What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you Matt Malby to teach you guys how to target and work with local clients using Facebook.
Working on a Wednesday, then up again the next day. So-and-so is popping, man, I skip him like he leg day.
All right, guys, now we're actually gonna dive into Facebook and we're gonna see one, how to find local clients using Facebook ads, and two, how to then market for those clients once you get them using the same exact process. And now for this demonstration, I'm going to be targeting local dentists, and we're gonna be doing it in the Orlando area because that's where I'm at. So let's go into Facebook and check out an ad account. All right, so when you go to your Facebook profile, you're going to go to this top right corner, click the down arrow and hit manage ads. And then it's going to take you to an ad account like this one. And this is an old account, so don't worry about any of this stuff. I'm actually going to hide it so it doesn't get confusing. And now, when you get into your ads manager to actually run your ads on Facebook, this is what you're going to see, a nice blank ad account. And all we're going to do here is we're going to create a campaign that's going to be targeting local dentists to show them that we can get them more clients. And then we're going to use that same process to find clients for them once they are our clients. So let's go over and hit the create button. And we'll name this campaign Local Marketing, I'm going to say --dentist. And for the ad set name, I'll just put Orlando and we'll go from there. All right, so we're going to keep the setup the way that it was with conversion. And then when we go down to the ad set level on this next, oops, okay, that's not going to work. Let me set this to in draft. Okay. All right, so now when we get down to here, we're going to hit edit and we're going to tell Facebook that we want leads. So you'll have a Facebook pixel set up. If you don't have one, you can just create it. I'm just going to grab any of these. It's not really relevant for this. I'm just going to type in lead. And so what we're doing here is we're telling Facebook that we want, let me get one that's actually green. All right. So we're telling Facebook here that we want it to go out and find people that are going to become a lead, people that are going to put in their email, to call you, to complete some kind of registration form, something along those lines. And so when you're sending traffic to people's websites, they are usually either going to want leads, people's emails and stuff to contact them later and sell them something, or they want a purchase. And that would be the same process. You just select purchase right here if they're selling something. But for this, we're trying to get people to get on the phone to call you, so we want them to be a lead. All right, and now let's go down to the daily budget. I'm gonna go ahead and put this at 10 bucks because we're gonna be targeting a really small area, so you don't need a lot of money to really start off with this. And don't worry about this error up here. It's because I don't use this pixel and this account stuff for leads, so it's giving me that error, but you're not gonna have that. All right, so now let's go down, and this is where we're actually gonna do our targeting. So right now I have it set to United States, male, female, 18 plus. But I want to target the Orlando area, and I'm gonna look for people that are business owners that have to do with dentists. So I'm gonna go ahead and just type in Orlando. All right, and it has a 50-mile, or it's set to 25-mile radius. We can go all the way up to 50, and you can do this with whatever area you're in. Also, if you wanted to just do the zip code, let's say you're targeting a much smaller area, we can get rid of Orlando and just target this zip code. And that's really beneficial if you have a small area that you want to get a certain kind of clients in that are in that particular area. You can just use the zip code, or you can, use the city radius like we just saw. So those are the two options we have for that. And then also, if you want to be super sneaky, you can do stuff like, let's say that there's a dentist shop or whatever office in that area and you want to run them ads, you can just target that area so you know that they're seeing it all the time. So these are the kind of cool little quirky things that you can do to really make sure that your ads get seen and they are shown to the right people. And so I'm going to go back and just do the Orlando 25-mile radius. All right, cool. And now for the ages, 18 is too low, so I'm going to go ahead and do we'll just do 25 plus, because we are targeting, the business owners and possibly the people that work there so they can see it and talk to their boss about it. So we don't want to, there's no need to go to 18 plus. That's a bit too low. And now also down here for the targeting, we're going to type in small business owner. And now, even if the person hasn't said that they're a small business owner, Facebook still knows that they're a small business owner just because of the way that they behave and they really live in their daily life, because Facebook is so smart, it just has that kind of data on people. And so we're going to go down to this one, the behaviors. And so like I was just saying, these people didn't say anywhere, or they probably did in some places, but it's a behavior. So Facebook knows based on their actions that they are small business owners. And you can see that there's 39 million people in this audience in the whole United States. So we're going to use this as our basis, and then we're going to put things on top of that. So actually, let's do it the other way. Okay, so I'm going to put small business owners down here. Whoops. Yeah, okay, same one. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to put all the dentist stuff up top, and then I'm going to put small business owner down at the bottom. So it's saying that anyone that's interested in any kind of dentist stuff, but is also interested in or is a small business owner, then they're going to see these ads. And this will make sure that we only show them to the right people all the time. And so let's just type in dentist, and we'll see what we come up with. So dentist, the big one, 28 million people that interest. We'll do that. And now since I have that in there, I'm going to hit suggestions, and it's going to give me similar interest to dentist and dentistry. So dentistry, perfect. And so we see that one was a job title. So dentist, job title. We can see it over here to the side if it would stop moving on me. All right, job title, dentist, 21,000. General dentist, we're just going to throw them all in there because we're looking for dentists. So let's go dentist, orthodontist, white teeth, pediatric dentist, smile, toothbrushing. Okay, associate dentist. So all these other things are kind of interests that we see that people could be related to or like that, have to deal with dentistry, but we already really covered all the job titles and stuff like that. So this is perfect for what we're doing. And this would be the same exact process if you're looking for people that are lawyers, that own a coffee shop, that are gym owners, whatever it is. We're looking for the kind of industry they're in, dentistry, and then we're layering it with the other interest of small business owners. And so that's all we have set up for targeting. And now we're going to go down to placements, and we're going to go ahead and just leave this on auto. And placements is when you tell Facebook where you want the ads to show up. So if you either want it on desktop and mobile, if you just want it on Instagram feeds, if you just want it on Instagram feeds, Facebook feeds, Instagram stories, stuff like that. But because we're targeting the business owners, there's a good chance they're probably going to be on their computer working throughout the day. So we're actually going to leave this on auto because we want to hit both mobile and desktop users. And now we're going to go and change this from value to conversions. And we'll go ahead and leave this at a 7-day click or a 1-day view. So if anybody clicks your ad within 7 days or views it in the last 1 day, and then they go and they fill out your lead form and they go and give your email and everything and they try to call you, then the ad is going to show up that that person did that thing. So just go ahead and leave that at 7-day click or 1-day view. And then also, I should have mentioned this earlier, but going back up to the targeting, we can see that with all the dentists we're targeting, all the people that are involved in that kind of stuff that are small business owners, there's 1,900 in Orlando. That's a lot. So that's, multiple dentist offices. God, calm down. All right, that's multiple, dentist offices. That's probably the person that works at the front desk, the person that owns a business, all this kind of stuff. So those people are great to target, and it's good that we have 1,900 people to go through, because you never know who's going to be seeing the ad, and it might not be the business owner. It might be the chick that's working at the front desk, but then she sees the ad and it's like, hey, we need help with marketing, and then goes and talks to the owner. So it's great that we have all of these different kind of interests in here to target those kinds of people. So let's keep scrolling down, and that really is the full setup we have for this. So let's go ahead and run back through it real quick. So we got the ad set name. We'll just do Orlando Dentist. And we have a lead pixel that's going to be firing whenever someone signs up to give us a call. We're going to set it to $10 a day, and it's going to start today, and it's just going to run forever. And then we're going to go down to the audiences, and we're targeting Orlando in a 25-mile radius around the city. And we're doing male, female, ages 25 plus. And then of course we have all our dentists and small business owners, and then auto placements for desktop and mobile. And then this thing is looking for people that are going to click and, get that thing done. So that's all we have set up for targeting. And that's really it for that. And then this is the, side of targeting the actual person to get as a client, but you would do the same thing when you're targeting people to actually get them clients. And so you would really just remove all of these things and you could just keep it in a 50-mile radius, because realistically everybody needs help, with their teeth and stuff. So it's a very general thing. So if you're not targeting the business owners, when you go to phase 2 and you're targeting customers for them, we would just remove all this stuff and just target Orlando or zip codes in a certain area radius to find those kinds of people. And so we have all of our targeting set up. Let's go down to the ad level. So hit this tab over here, and now we have the ad. So we'll just call this Dentist Ad 1. And I'm gonna go and grab my page that I rarely use. And so to run this stuff, you do need to have a business page made. It takes 30 seconds to make one. This one's a personal page that I run ads off of or whatever. But whatever you want to name this, just name it your business name. Or if you want to be extra sneaky, name it something like, Orlando Dentist Solutions. Whatever kind of person you're targeting, you can make an actual Facebook page for that. So when they see it, it's not just like you're a local agency that's targeting anybody and is going to work with anybody. With this, you could actually make a page that's specific to dentists in your area. So when they see it, they know that you specialize in dentists and that you can be the one to really help them out, because you're not just, looking for anybody. But in reality, you kind of are, but you could just make multiple pages and stuff if you want to get super granular with it. You don't have to. You could just have Orlando Marketing Solutions as your page and try to target everybody. But it is cool to make a page that actually is specific to the industry you're targeting, so that the people think that you are the real deal. So let's go down to our ad. And for this, all we're going to do is we're going to go find an image on Google. We're going to write some stuff about it, and we're going to get the people to read the text, and they're going to want to call us based on that copy, the area that is in the text. And then we're going to put our website URL for them to actually contact us. So let's go and find a image. So I'm just going to go to Google, and we'll just type in dentist. Go to images. And so all of these are great images, but I want to go, and just to kind of be safe, I'm going to only look for images that are not copyrighted, that I can run as ads and not get sued for. Realistically, you can run any of these and you're probably not going to run into any issues, especially on a local level. I've kind of done this on a national level and run ads that were copyrighted and stuff. I can't recommend that, and I probably shouldn't have been doing it, but if you do it, it's kind of whatever. So let's go to the setting, and if we want to make it so that we are only seeing ads that can be used anywhere, we'll go to tools, usage rights, and then labeled for reuse. And so now any of the images we see, they've been labeled that they are not copyrighted, that you can go and use these images for whatever you like. And so this one is looking good. I like that. And right now I'm looking for happy people in a dentist. That could be a good one. And keep in mind that people go on social media to be, happy and uplifted. So if you show something like that that's gross and dark and nasty, it's probably, one, not going to get approved by Facebook, and two, it's not going to get you the results you want. But stuff like this, that's nice and happy and clean, they're both smiling, you feel happy just by looking at it, this is the kind of stuff you want to go for. So this image is a winner for sure. And then looking back at the ones that weren't or that are copyrighted that I probably shouldn't be using, I really want to use these two images too, so we're just going to do it. So let's go grab those, and I'm not going to worry about this girl. We'll grab this. I'm just going to save it to my desktop. One. Ooh, that is not the file type that I want. Let me see. So usually when you're uploading images and stuff, you're going to want to change the dimensions on them, the image size and everything, but Facebook really will do it automatically for you. Okay, here we go. So I was looking for the JPEG of this because it does have to be a JPEG file. And when I was trying to save this is their way of making it so you can't do it. It was trying to save it as some kind of web file, but I know how to get around this kind of stuff. So I now have the image here. So here's the actual JPEG, and I can upload this as an ad, no problem. Ooh, or can I? It's hit me with that file again. Let's see. So I'm gonna save it as that. Let's see if that worked. It did, cool. All right, so I just right clicked it and saved it, and instead of that WebIP whatever file, I did all files and just typed in .jpg, and it saved it as a JPEG, so now I can actually use it. And we see this one had an issue as well. Wow, where's it at? Let's go rename this. So I could see at the end, I was looking for that .jpeg, and they have an exclamation point and a D in there. So get rid of those. Yes. All right, cool. Now that one works. And then let's get one more image. This one looks really cool. It's a JPEG, cool, good to go. All right, so now we have 3 images we're gonna use as ads. We're gonna write the same copy and stuff for them. We're just gonna see which image gets the most clicks. Because when people look at ads, the first thing they do is see the image, and then they read the headline, and then they read the copy up top. So you wanna have an image that is captivating like this, that looks really good, that makes them stop and read, that is also relevant to the topic. And this is as relevant as it gets. So let's go back to the ad account, and I'll select image, upload, go to my desktop, and we'll grab this one. All right, now let's make up some copy. Let's see, what do I want to say for this? Having trouble filling your waiting room? Let's see, what do I want to say here? So I want to call out the fact that, you know, they need traffic, they need help getting people to the front door, and I want to start off with a question. And so that's why I have this saying, having trouble filling your waiting room? You may think, let's see, All right, let's see. So, having trouble filling your waiting room? Let's see. Finding local, we'll say new local business. Business can often be difficult. All right, so I'm going to say, having trouble filling your waiting room, finding new local business can be difficult without the right tools. We often think that the problem lies with our location. I want to say something, and then our services. We often think that the problem lies with our location, or maybe even the services that we offer. When in reality, the problem lies with our lack of marketing. In today's world, it is very difficult for businesses to survive by simply using the marketing tactics that we all grew up on. In today's world, it's very difficult for businesses to survive by simply using the marketing tactics that we all grew up on. Without using social media marketing to our advantage, we can quickly be replaced by those who are willing to capitalize these new channels. Let's see, without using social media marketing to our advantage, we can quickly be replaced by those who are willing to capitalize on these new channels. Now, a point that I want to make here with this copy is that if you are aggressively talking about you, if you're like, hey, is your business failing? Do you need help? You can't make any more money, blah, blah, blah. Facebook doesn't like that, and they don't like if you call out someone's characteristics and you make it seem too personalized. So that's why I'm using a lot of we's and ours in here, so that I'm essentially talking about myself or businesses as a whole, and I'm not singling that person out. And so these are, tiny little things that you don't think about, but this is stuff that Facebook definitely thinks about. And so try to, tell a story and address the issue, but don't do it in a way that you're directly attacking the person. Like the line that I have up top, having trouble filling your waiting room, it's a soft ask, and also it's kind of vague on purpose because I don't want to directly call the people out too much because of Facebook. So, all right, let's get back into this. So without using social media marketing to our advantage, we can quickly be replaced by those who are willing to capitalize on these new channels. So what I'm saying here is that either they should start advertising through social media or they're going to get left in the dust. And a lot of the people that you're going to be talking to that are business owners are going to be older, and they are like kind of, scared of the internet and stuff. And as silly as that sounds, I went to a dentist like last year, and I almost ended up doing his Facebook ads in exchange for him removing my wisdom teeth. And it was going to be like a couple grand to get it removed. And I was like, what if I just run your ads for you? He's like, yeah, that's fine. And everything, was going to go great. And then he decided that he didn't trust that he had to put his credit card on Facebook to pay for the ads. And he backed out of the whole thing. And this guy's he owns a business that at least does, maybe $500,000 a year. And this guy was literally scared to use Facebook to advertise. So keep that in mind who you're talking to. You are going to be talking to an older demographic when you're trying to sell these people. And, they kind of need to be coddled a little bit because they are scared of the internet and, technology and stuff. So this is a good way in this line that we're, addressing the fact that they are going to be left behind if they don't use social media marketing. And now here's where we come in and say, don't worry, we're going to do it for you. All right, so without using social media marketing to our advantage, we can quickly be replaced by those who are willing to capitalize on those new channels. I'll say this is exactly why we specialize in social in providing high quality social media marketing for local businesses. This is exactly why we specialize in providing high quality social media marketing for local businesses. We know that your time is better spent servicing your customers and growing your business. Let's see, this is exactly why we specialize in providing high quality social media marketing for local businesses. We know that your time is better spent servicing your customers and growing your business than learning the new way. Make sure to do this. New way to advertise. We know that your time is better spent servicing your customers and growing your business than learning the new ways to advertise. Let us find you those new customers so that you can focus on doing the important things. The important things that you love. Bam. All right. Let us find you those new customers so that you can focus on doing the important things that you love. If you would like help advertising on the world's largest social media platforms without having to lift a finger, we'd love to chat. Simply click the link below to schedule consultation. See how much more your business can grow with new customers. And then I would drop the link right here, insert link here, and that link would of course be your website. And now Keep in mind that when you are doing these ads, you're going to have to send them somewhere. So you're going to want to send them to your website. And if you don't have a website, I would suggest just getting like Wix or something like that you can just go and get a template and slap it up really easily, swap some images out, do that whole thing. And on top of that, you could actually do that as a service. And it's pretty crazy, but my mom actually does this, and she taught herself how to do it and just makes, $10 a month of Wix websites and then charges someone a couple $100s a month to make the website for them and run it, when in reality it is just a pretty theme that was set up in like 10 minutes. So if you don't have a website, I highly recommend using something like Wix that's really easy to build. And then if you also want to take it to the next level, offer that as a service. If there's a local business that you see that you want to run their ads and they have a terrible website, you could be like, hey, do you guys also, we have a full website package that we do your website and your marketing at a couple $100 with $1,000 on there, and be their IT department, when in reality you're just using a website template because no one really knows anything. And even at a high level, I see companies that do a couple million a year that they'll pay someone 20 grand for a website, and they don't realize that it's a freaking template that the person bought for $100. And it doesn't matter what level you're at when it comes to this kind of business stuff, there's always going to be services that you can provide that they are more than happy to purchase, that they have no idea they wanted in the first place, and they may seem crazy to the person you're offering it to, but to you it's just a couple clicks like this. So it's cool to keep all these things in mind because you can really do a lot of stuff with this. You can figure out how to do this well for dentists, and then move on to chiropractors, and then coffee shops, gyms, whatever local businesses. All of this is just a system and a framework that you can use. And now notice this copy that I didn't say anything about dentists. Yeah, maybe waiting room, but all of this you can swap out, and you could use this copy as an actual template to just apply to whatever business you want to apply it to in any niche. So that's it for that. We'll just say whatever, google.com. So this is where your website URL would go. And then for the headline, this is the last thing we're going to do. We'll say get new local customers with social media marketing. Notice I keep saying social media marketing because I feel like it has a nicer ring to it to older folk than just saying, we'll run your ads for you, because they're like, run an ad? What does that mean? So social media marketing is a bit nicer of a term for these kinds of people. So we have that, get new local customers with social media marketing. We could even say, let us get you. Cool. All right, let's do that. And then for the newsfeed link description, you don't have to put something in here, but if you're viewing this on like a desktop, it will show up in little text at the bottom. You don't really see it on mobile, but I could just say, call us today for a free consultation. I like putting periods after, or exclamation points after everything, as you can see. All right, calls for a free consultation. And then if I wanted to, I could change this button down here in the bottom right. I could either remove it so that this fills up more of the screen, but the button actually does work. So I'll change it to a contact us, so they know that they're gonna contact you. And yeah, so we have, I just noticed that U is messed up, bam. All right, so here we have, this is our first ad. We have our base copy set up. And then all you would have to do is you would just put in your custom link here and your link here, and you're good to go. And now let's go ahead and just get those other two ads made as well. So I'm just going to duplicate, just go to here. Actually, I'll hit the duplicate button, and I'm gonna leave all these the same. It's asking where I want this thing to be duplicated. Same place, I just want 2 of them. All right, now I'll go up here. I'll change this name to Dentist Ad 2. Change image, and I'll grab this crazy one. Done. And now number 3. Bam. That one's done. So cool, that's it. We have all of our ads created. Got our ad number 1 here, number 2, and number 3. So because these were exact duplicates, it's an exact duplicate. So everything stays exactly the same as long as our links and stuff work. these are good to go. And as long as we have a credit card on file and on the ad account and all this stuff, I just hit publish and they're good to go. And that's it. So guys, we just went and made our ads to target local clients. And like I said earlier in the video, if we were now targeting on behalf of those clients, it would be the same exact process. We're just not going to be targeting any kind of actual interests or real targeting. We're just gonna say whatever city or zip code you're in with that mile radius around it, and you're just gonna find people. And this really works well for all kinds of local businesses. I know tons of guys that have local gyms that do really well, and all of their advertising is just a couple miles around their gym location. And so when you're actually finding clients for these people, it's even easier than actually finding the clients in the first place. But as you saw, that's not really difficult anyway. You saw that it was just a few clicks to set that stuff up. It took me longer to write the copy than it did to make anything else. And all you would do is run these ads, see if people are clicking on them, if people are calling you. If they're not, there's just something you gotta change about the ad. Maybe it's the image, maybe it's the copy that I wrote wasn't convincing enough, but that's all you're doing is just making new ads, trying stuff out until people call you, and then you actually get on the phone and close them. So guys, that is it. I wish you the best of luck in trying this stuff out, and it is really a huge potential here if you can figure this stuff out and do it, because there's a load of local businesses out there that really do need social media marketing and they just don't know how to do it. They don't know who to ask, and you are now going to be that person that they come to for guidance, and of course they're going to pay you handsomely to do it. So guys, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you around.